Oh, what's up? But you know about that
Yeah.
man prediction
No.
this
Yeah.
money. It the story went
Oh.
and now the and now the
Okay.
Ant-Man movies got we everybody online that was on everybody on YouTube channel that it wasn't right. They would call it haters and stuff like that.
Right.
Everything like online. And
Oh, yeah.
and now the general audience is speaking now is saying that the movie that it makes sense. Sound like we were saying.
Yeah.
And now the mainstream audience just want to accept it ever since the general public saying it's also the movie that makes sense. But that's what we've been saying this for the longest. That the movie didn't make sense. I don't get how you can
Right.
accept it for the general public, but you can't accept it from a comic book person that's actually look at the movie
Yeah.
and and try not to be hateful and just try to give you their perception about it, and you call them haters. Come on now,
Right.
that make no that make no sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That make no sense in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you look at the other before the movie, this and when it dropped, they were saying that there was one of the best movies. It's the special effects was good. There was lying article all the time, so special effects was good. I say
Right.
some of these special effects just ain't look right
Right.
because you look at the movie and the clips I saw, some of the special effects didn't seem like it was finished. If you look at the other world and stuff like that, because the first half of the movie with just a very little special effects, it was good. But that's what when it
Right.
got to the quantum realm, you can tell that some stuff good and certain stuff wasn't
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I and it kind of seems like everybody that is like that's like defending this movie,
Right. Yeah.
they need to learn how to be objective about it and
Right.
just start calling everybody haters. In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, and kind of like my other thing, what I think what the MCU might need to do for this movie is kind of like
Right.
it's kind of yeah, because the thing about it, this still need to show how Doctor Doom got down there just to the quantum realm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Out the Fantastic Four at that because shit, I'm trying to figure out how did Doctor Doom down there, but that's what Reed Richards didn't,
Yeah.
and Reed Richards is smarter than Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't get which don't make no sense in my opinion.
Right.
It it don't and 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 kind of like in my opinion, people might come out here for this, but shut. I think the Transformers Rise of the Beast movie might be better than most of the MCU movies coming out this year.
Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
Cause do you saw Creed 3?
No, I have not.
Uh, the on the movie good. The movie good, and Jonathan Majors good in
Okay.
that too.
Right.
The boxing is good in the movie. I like the box and the storyline stuff like that. It was actually good
Okay.
in my opinion. But the thing about it, in my opinion about the and so I'm gonna keep on saying this, the MCU could get better as long as long as in my opinion, if you bring in the Bill Professor X,
Right.
you need Iron Man as because you look at it, they bring it in the Fantastic Four and they bring in the X-Men. That is two other members of the big old Illuminati.
Right.
And they need a Black Panther too as part of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's just not sure Black Panther because they might
Mm.
she was a part of the Illuminati. It wasn't her.
Yeah.
And that's the reason. That's the reason why people been saying recast T'Challa because they might everybody know if you bring a Fantastic Four, X-Men's,
Right.
that the big old Inhuman stuff and that defend for the big old Illuminati, they're going against the other side that want freedom, and you'll need them. I don't get how Marvel didn't see this coming. Because that's if you look at it, this should have let
Right. Was
Robert
that Junior?
Downey Jr.
Mm.
Robert Downey Jr. Take his break and just playing Iron Man for about a year or two.
Right.
Then you bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
Just be part of the Illuminati, and that's it. And
Right.
he could play it for about 3 or 4 more years. Because if you look at it, he wasn't really in that suit during the big old, doing that run. He
Right.
wasn't really in the suit, and that's why I don't get half of the time.
Yeah.
That because if you look at Iron Man, don't really be in his suit a lot unless he have to
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And and kind of like from Marvel not to see that coming was kind of like disappointing. And seeing him walking away and dying in Endgame, I said, wait a minute now. You could have had T'Challa snap the finger and he could have taken all that energy based on the suit he had. Because you look at energy, T'Challa had a suit that could have taken it. Or they could have bring in Deadpool or something like that.
Right.
Somebody else that could take the energy. I said you had too many choices. Because you had Thor, you had T'Challa,
Right.
and they could have bring in something like Adam Warlock if they were thinking. And kind of like the bad thing, and having Adam Warlock and Guardians 3 kind of like defeat the purpose of him being in that movie because you look at it, you need him to beat Thanos, and he wasn't in Endgame.
Right. Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin Feige used them to tell something. We can find a role for him. Really?
Right.
Because Kevin Feige, if you read the comic books, then you would know that big old Adam Warlock was a big part of the Avengers defeating Thanos.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that would get on my nerves because think about it, when you tell the general public just about what really happened with the comic books, they're gonna tell you that ain't happened in the movie, and that one makes me mad because the comic books people know that the general public won't even read the comic books or do their research.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Read source
yeah,
material.
the source material, and Kevin Feige know the source material, and that would get on my nerves because that's he supposed to be a comic book person. He supposed to be a comic book person that read the source material. He still didn't do it, and kind of like for me, and kind of like for me that just for a man who wasn't know the source material, the Endgame movie was good. That's one of the best movies in the MCU. But the thing is, it's still missing a key character. And that
Right.
was Adam Warlock.
Yep.
Because they might, I understood it if that the past. But that's what telling me he can, or one that actor or something like that must got a big ego or something like that, and
Yeah.
that kind of gets me mad. And and kind of like for me that because just it seems like the anime shows right now, and that's
So
kind of
enlighten.
bad. Because think about it, shoot, just oh yeah,
So
because think
enlighten.
about it,
Yeah.
adaptation live action, right? That yeah, and
Well, yeah. Right. Okay. Right.
because a DC movie is gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
DC, look at DC is not afraid to do new stuff
No.
or change their genres of their shows. Marvel is,
Yep.
and that one kind of just gotta get them to buy
Yep.
because the problem is they under Disney, it just instead of them going out on their own,
Mm-hmm.
and and kind of like thing for me, the anime shows I like some of the old ones and kind of old ones going to the new ones. Um,
Right.
can somebody tell me just how, in my opinion, it's like Naruto get all these power ups, just what everybody else power go down, seem like
Yeah.
throughout the show.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, Rock Lee, he was powerful when he was younger, but he got older, and to Shibutin and to Boruto, it seemed like he turned he turned into a background character, which
Character.
made me mad.
Right. Yeah.
Because look at shoot, he got a whole lot of skills, powers, and they even try to get him no type of chakra or nothing. I say,
Yeah.
really? He's one of your legacy characters, and you can't give him a chakra ability? Who write these
Yeah.
books? Because that's what if that was my character or something like that, and he was starved just just with no chakra, I at least would have given him some type of pool of chakra that can rival Naruto and Sasuke.
Right.
Because think about it, when you look at later on the show, who turned evil, who turned bad, Sasuke, and Sasuke almost killed everybody on the show. It would have from Rock Lee, Naruto, and Neji jumping
Yeah.
in. Be, be, because the thing about it, I like Sasuke, but that's what some of his motive might be valid. I give him that. Because like the Leaf Village, they wasn't all sunshines and rainbows and stuff like that. It sounded like people claimed it was, and, and, and plus like and Sasuke people ain't that good either.
Yeah.
Because it was bad on both sides, but it seemed like the Nine Tails beasts they would try to hide inside Naruto, kind of help him. But the thing is that they kind of use that nine tail beast just to explain all the build Naruto power boost.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
and that's kind of thing because think about it, if you see him train Sasuke, Rock Lee, Neji, mostly everybody was better than him. Naruto been my top four. Top four.
Yeah.
Top four in school. Good. I can name Sasuke. I can name Rock Lee. No, Sasuke Neji, Rock Lee.
Yeah.
Then you name Naruto as the top four, but they were younger. Even going into Shippuden, Sasuke only became number one
Yeah.
is just because of his how can I say this? Because of his tail beast. And one for the tail beast, he wouldn't be no number one powerful person
Right.
up in that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be, because think about it, kind of thing like it sound like people keep on saying that video on Naruto is better than Dragon Ball Z. I say nah, bro. You can't say Naruto is better than Dragon Ball Z because shoot, you look at Goku. Goku, Goku actually just had to train, the train up in the hyperbolic train chamber just to try to beat Vegeta, Raditz.
Right.
He had to train up everything like
Yeah.
that just to be his challenges. His next challenge, he got trained for that. He got trained for that. But the thing about the thing about Naruto, they always
Right.
use nine tail beasts
Mm-hmm.
as the excuse, the reason why he beat this enemy,
Right.
and that's kind of bad in my opinion. Because then, like, if you telling the story, you should not be saying because it's nine tail beasts. He beat this person. How about the training he doing? Because you tell me the training he doing means nothing,
Yeah.
and that kind of get me at that time when I started watching at the beginning. But then I shoot, I probably got to do my review based on each chapter of the show, something like the first 25 or stuff like that. Each one I did, I probably
Um.
got to do my review on it.
Um.
Because thing about it, I try to tell it on a live stream. People
Mm.
just will try to claim I hate him unless I put it out in a video form or something like that.
Right.
Just explain it. Because thing about it, some of these Naruto fanboys just
Mm-hmm.
might come after me, but that's what I don't care. Be, be,
Right.
because that's what Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Vegeta, everybody just had to train to beat the next challenge. You can't
Yeah.
say that about Naruto half of the time
Mm-hmm.
because think about it, he beat his enemy because his nine tail beast. It's good
Yeah.
to have nine tail beasts, but that's what just have like in my opinion, Naruto actually beaten
Right.
um that's actually beating a person,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Because if you look at it, because you can't have in my opinion Naruto beating this person and you don't have some kind of explanation or some kind of training
Yeah.
he did.
Right.
Because think about it, shoot, I I even just would have accepted it if they would have said that the shadow clones just were helping Naruto just for his training. I would have accepted that. Because you look at the shadow clones that Big Naruto was training as much
Right.
as the other people, as they said, were training too.
Yeah.
And that kind of would have get me up in a good way, in my opinion.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, and because they like don't try to use the excuse to tell Beast giving him the power, and he got shadow clones that can help him train for the next enemy.
Getting better. No.
Yeah, kind of Dragon Ball. Some of the best sagas came from Goku, Vegeta, and everybody just had to train. Um,
Right.
just had to train for the next enemy. What they see. Because look at Super Saiyan 1, Super wait a minute. I got a question about the Super Saiyan forms. What was the most dangerous
Um.
form during the early parts of Dragon Ball Z? Was it Super Saiyan 2 or 3? That's were the most dangerous ones for them to use.
I really don't know for that one.
Uh, because it said up in the Dragon Ball Z thing, it has something like dang it, what name of that thing? Um, it was during the Boo saga, and say Goku
Right.
had died during that time, something like that. He was 2 or 3, I think,
Something
something like
like
that.
that. Something like that. Yeah.
Um, because it said that was the most dangerous form for a Super Saiyan who wasn't, who body wasn't, who wasn't ready. I think it
Right.
was
Yeah.
3. I think it was
Some
3. I think it was
some of that.
3 because
Yeah.
the first 2 forms was easy for like for Vegeta and Goku. Uh,
Right.
But the thing, but the thing about the Super Saiyan 3, their body wasn't ready for that, and they had a time limit they had to do.
Right.
And and plus, I think that Kid Majin Buu was like the best villain in anime.
Right.
Because you look at the Kid Buu form, the Kid Buu and up in Dragon Ball Z. Ooh,
Right.
man, he just came out, destroyed Earth, killed people, and plus like Goku and everybody just had to stop him right then. They couldn't wait, they couldn't train, they just had to go in. And because think about, if you look at Naruto villains, half of them suckers could have been beat Naruto, but they talk too much.
Yeah.
But they talk too much and wait for the kids to get stronger. I keep on saying,
Hmm.
what type of, most villains do that anyway. But if they about me, in my opinion, that's just dumb to me. Because think
Yeah.
about it. Because think about, if you got somebody upper hand on it, then you want power or money. Just take the money. Don't try to kill nobody because you beat the person.
Right.
Because think about it. If you look at half of Naruto villains, they could have just took over Leaf Village. Just have Naruto uh, under your tutorage and say he don't listen. He out the village.
Right.
They could have been ahead. They could have been head
Hmm.
people.
Yeah.
And and that one I don't get because sure, I was a villain. You know, I say, okay, should you take over just my family and stuff? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm taking over just your village. Because you kill my mama and stuff like that. Okay, I, I, I'm just gonna take what you don't like, and that's in my opinion that I would do.
Yep.
Because if you look at the villains, everything like that, and at least in Dragon Ball Z, now the villains don't try to wait, especially a long time, just
Right.
for you to train.
Hmm.
But the thing, if you look at Naruto, man, those villains be waiting
Yep.
because they wait about 2 3 weeks. I think like just like doing the miss, just doing the miss thing. They give Naruto at least about a week or two.
Hmm.
The the train or something like that.
Right.
And that was the dumbest thing they could have did because that's what I keep on saying. You got somebody over there who got a ability just a nine-tail beast, and you can
Right.
kill him. You telling
Yeah.
me you give him a week,
Yeah.
he's gonna be stronger than you?
Yeah.
That's dumb. That's
Well,
dumb.
for writing some of that. Yeah.
Because you don't give nobody no week, and he got a nine-tail beast in him. That don't make no sense.
Yep.
That is my opinion, but is somebody else who looking at this live stream after, uh, if they could explain why the missed people was waiting just just on the roster and stuff like that, man, that jump be good. If they can like explain that to me, in my opinion, if they can explain that to me, because the last time I checked, right, if you try to beat an enemy at their weakest, so you don't wait a couple of
Right.
days to a week or stuff like that. Shoot, so that's what I thought. Of
Yeah.
my opinion, that you don't do.
Right.
Be because you look at the older animes, man, those suckers do not wait for you to
No.
they do not wait for you to train. Them
No.
suckers go straight for you. It if you're strong
You
enough,
attack
you
you
is. If
first.
you're not, it's too bad for you.
You die. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because you look at Gundam, Kamen Rider, everything else like that. Those
Yeah.
villains do not wait on you to train, because you got to fight your way out at that time. Uh, uh,
Right.
unless it's one of them, Kamen Riders that like to torture you or something like that.
Yeah. Right.
That's the only thing that should I can think of.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. If they like to torture you, at least by fighting them over and over, it sound like if that like an old master, that's the only person that I can think of that would give you time to train and still beat you. It's one of those
Right.
masters or something. And kind of and kind of like things I like about the older anime, sound like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that.
Right.
Don't think force you to use your skill. The on the old Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that because you had to be good. So if you wasn't good, it was over.
Right. Yeah.
Because you lost that dude, everything if you wasn't good at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the new Yu-Gi-Oh now, so you could secret summon and bail yourself out of trouble. Man, shoot, you could secret summon your way out of trouble. I say, come on now. There was the old Yu-Gi-Oh, and plus you play your cards wrong, you were done.
You did. Yep.
And you had to go to playing B, C, and D.
Mm-hmm.
If you playing your way wrong, everybody know this. If you playing your way wrong, you was over
Yep.
and stuff like that. But like the Yu-Gi-Oh games is pretty good though. I like the games for Yu-Gi-Oh. Some of them, but the ones that I try to find, I want it just the Yusei it's the Yusei emulator on the 2010 championship on Yu-Gi-Oh game or something like that. I I I think it was the one that you could do something and stuff like that. But in my opinion, which I like about it on the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, I like it sound it sound like shoot it still takes skill, and you can't say that because you got so much power that you automatically win a fight in Yu-Gi-Oh because your
Right.
cards powerful. Because so you still had to use your skill to win.
Yeah.
And that what the other man I think messed up on too. That would try to fight Yugi. I think it was Weaver or something like that. Because they might, he thought because he had powerful bugs, he would have won
Right.
and stuff like that. And that was funny. Just seeing him lose piece by piece. That was a good thing for me to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Because that show me. So you need skill to win a fight. You need skill to win duels. Because without that, man, you done.
Yep.
Man, you done in Yu-Gi-Oh with our skills. And
Yeah.
and that what people fail to realize sometimes that the time about the card games back in the day, some Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon and stuff like that. So you need skills to
Right.
win those battles.
Yeah.
Because you look at it now, like some of the older players that's in Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, they still be winning.
Mhm.
Be, because they know the tips and the tricks of the games and stuff like that.
Right.
And some of the younger players still be like playing thoughts. You should ban that card because it's too powerful.
Right.
Get your deck.
Mm-hmm.
Get your deck right. Shoot.
Right. What cards you play for?
Yeah. Get your deck right because you know the man deck already. That's what he using. If you know the cards he using, put the cards in your deck where it could counter it. That's common sense.
Right.
That's common sense though to have your cards counter.
Right.
Just counting other people's deck because that's what he using dragon. Use yourself a warrior deck to counter it. Because it's some kind of dragon slayer card
Yeah.
that you can use to counter
Mm-hmm.
dragons and
Right.
and just use the dragon jar inside your deck to be able to counter if he tried to special summon a dragon off the graveyard. Just use it. That's common
Right.
sense. That's what I thought. But if anybody common sense just ain't common no more. Seem like to me.
Yeah.
Because they want the Yu-Gi-Oh people to ban these powerful cards. I say
Right.
it's challenges for a reason. Shoot, don't be
Right.
dumb enough to talk something because you don't like if a person using the card. It's too hard for you to counter. That means you trash at the
Right.
game.
Yeah.
This
I'm
said you
not good
trash.
at the game though.
Yeah, this said you trash at building decks. The counter people. Don't try to say because because the card too powerful and stuff like that. Because the card too powerful, that you can't beat it. Let's say you trash at that deck. Come on now. What wrong with
That's
saying
what I'm
that?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because think about for me, shoot, I was in school. This shoot, I knew somebody just had some kind of dark position deck. I used a dragon deck, and because I already knew that best card was a big old dark magician.
Yep.
Because that one people fail to realize the best cards they got was the dark magician if they got a big old magician deck. Everybody know that.
Right.
Because they didn't have no Buster Blader because they would have Buster Blader, they would have had a warrior deck.
Right.
And that was who, in my opinion, fail to realize is someone analyze the person deck just by the last stuff they had.
Right.
Be, because you look at their last match, so you pretty much know how they move, how they
Right.
try to lure you into traps and stuff like that. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's why tournaments and stuff like that, and that's why you had coaches to help you out
Yep.
with some of these stuff.
Yep. You're not lose.
Yeah, because they might that what do you think about the next season of Halo if they make it? Um, do you think that some of the Halo enemies just might come back?
Yes. If possible, bringing some back. Yeah.
Okay, because they might. Sure, I think for the next season of Halo is like sure they might bring back um they might bring in other soldiers of Halos and stuff like that could
Right.
upgrade them.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if you look at it, it wasn't always good soldiers in Halo either. Some was evil.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look at the red and blue and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it was evil versions of Halos too, and that what people
Yeah.
fail to realize too
Yeah.
doing those shows too. Because they not all the Halo soldiers was good
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Because they might people might hate me for saying it, but that's what it's true. It wasn't always good Halo soldiers. It was also stubborn and evil ones too that didn't like the program, did what they did and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If they could bring that in too, or something like that, the evil Halo soldiers went in the end of season 2, going to season 3,
Right.
that could explain the lore just for the general
So much
public.
better. Yeah.
Because thing about it, should the general public need to know that is that not all the Halo soldiers was always good
Right.
all the time.
Yeah.
Because the thing about, in my opinion, stuff like that about the Halo series, that the Halo series is actually a good series, I think, in video game form.
Right.
It's actually a good series. That, but the thing about it, my opinion, which I don't like about Halo, is like shoot, they should bring in like new characters playing the Halo series. I think
Right.
besides Master Chief, because
Mm-hmm.
think about it, having Master Chief is good, but that's what
Mm-hmm.
they should bring in new characters. I think, in my opinion, which could take
Yes.
Master Chief place, and he
Right.
not there.
Yeah.
Be, be, because we seen in Halo MST and stuff like that, like it actually could work, and Master
Right.
Chief wasn't part of it. It was actually a good
Yes.
it was actually a good series. Now on the OST, and plus the other one I think too they had that can actually work. I think in my
Right.
opinion, it was OST and plus another Halo game that you could have make your own Halo character to go just go inside the squad
Right.
and stuff like that. That was actually a good thing, in my opinion. Just by doing that, because that game actually showed that you could actually do a series without Master Chief, and plus the game is still can sell well.
Right.
Because because the thing about for me, which I like about the Halo series stuff like that is shoot, I I like the way they showed that they had problems inside the military and everybody was different.
Right.
Because everybody just by showing me that everybody is different inside the military and stuff like that, and just showing that
Right.
everybody just ain't the same. So that actually showed
Yeah.
that everybody just had a heart inside the series stuff like that. It actually showed that.
Right.
Because everybody think about for me that just by showing that everybody just had a heart and stuff like that, should that actually
Right.
show, in my opinion, um, is that everybody up in it don't have the same don't don't have the same motivations and stuff like that,
Right.
and that's kind of like the good
Mm-hmm.
thing in my opinion, because
Right.
just by showing everybody different, that actually shows me, in my opinion, that if they want to go deeper
Yeah.
inside their lore, that can actually be a good thing, in my opinion. Just go
Right.
inside the lore
Yeah.
of the Halo series. Because
I got.
because they got comic books, and Halos, they got comic books, mangas, stuff like that.
Right.
I don't get how they can't go any any farther just than Master Chief, and they got comic books of just the other soldiers.
Right.
Because think about it, shoot, I understand that Master Chief is the first, and that's a good thing, showing him first. But the thing about it, shoot, they also need to show other people,
Other soldiers.
yeah, other
Right.
stories in the Master Chief universe. Because thing about it, Marvel get had to learn it the hard way too. It's like they own
Right.
because they wasn't the only one around them just with stories, just with Iron Man, and that's it. But because
Mm.
like shoot, the Captain America story actually showed that with other characters still can sell. Because the thing about for me, just by showing that Captain America, Hulk, Thor, everybody still can correlate when in the same universe, that actually was a good thing. I think, in my opinion, just by showing that.
Right.
Be, because like the one thing for Halo I want to see is like why did this the who was actually the first soldier before before the Master Chief and stuff like that. Because think about it, I already
Right.
know that the Bill Master Chief wasn't the first soldier they're testing on.
Right.
Because think about it, it had to be like another soldier that they're testing on that actually fails or didn't fail, what they think failed,
Right.
just might come back and just try to kill him.
Yeah.
Be, because like for me, that the what I know about the Halo universe, it is always scientists stuff like that always
Right.
trying new formulas and stuff like that.
Right.
Try to get the next and best thing done with soldiers.
Mm,
Be because like the thing about the Master Chief thing and stuff like that. I like his suit
right.
and this because the thing about shoot, I want to see the other soldiers that's on this picture right here story too.
Right. Yeah.
Because the thing about it, shoot, I know my Master Chief was the one big old success story, everything like that. But the
Right.
thing about it is other
Yeah.
soldiers that actually passed the test too. That they're not actually showing this story, and then they show this story too. And that's what I think, in my opinion.
Right.
Because like the only two soldiers I see in that story was that lady soldier and Master Chief. The other two wasn't even really featured at all, unless they're shooting something
Right.
or just standing there, and that kind of disappointed me too. And kind of
Yeah.
like that doctor that's on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like her playing that part. She actually playing it good. I like her on that part, but the thing about my opinion about that is like in my opinion they need to show the reason why this war started. Because think about it, when you look at the first episode of Halo, they already show the war already starting and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
They already showed that the enemy was they already showed that the enemy was taking over stuff and killing people. But that's what
Yeah.
but the problems with that is they they didn't ever show us just an enemy came in and take over in the flashback and not like that. And that was a good thing for me to see and for the audience to see and just how
Right.
them aliens came down and killed innocent people. And that would actually be a good thing for us to see as an audience member that to see why the Spartan program has started
Right.
and stuff like that. And they never show like just the other people that they're working on
Right.
and stuff like that. Was
Yeah.
kind of like my opinion disappointing me in a way. Cause I keep on saying you do know that it is other soldiers in the program besides Master Chief and his squad. But the thing about it, during the
You know, it's
first
people
season,
in first.
yeah, cause during the first season, so they keep on saying that they're the first four that actually passed. I say that don't make no sense to be the first four that passed if you was already testing people that passed the test already.
Right.
Because right during the show, she said that it was other people that was tested, and,
Right.
and they had it, and they had, in my opinion, there's a whole boot camp of kids that escaped,
Right.
and that won't make no sense to have just a whole boot camp of kids, and you tell me just those four had went through. Come on, now, that just don't make no sense in my opinion. That make no sense.
Yeah.
Because you telling me it just these three or four people that passed us out. Everybody you say passed, and plus we seen one of the people that had escaped that was helping Master Chief anyway with the
Right.
girl, and, and,
Yeah.
and he was and he was one of the soldiers too
Yeah.
that that had break free for the programming and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And that was kind of like a good thing to see too, and see that it's two sides to every coin the government do. Because thing about some people think it's actually a good thing the state accounts. Some people don't. It just
Right.
depends on the program that they're doing and stuff like that. And
Right.
that's kind of like the bad thing for me, in my opinion, just was seeing all the bad stuff that happened, everything like that. Just doing the flashback. it just showed about 5 or 10 minutes of a flashback on the episode. I said, wait a minute, y'all don't mean flashback to training because if we look at it, so we need training
Right.
stuff like that because they might shoot without training that how they train just how the doctor got her formula and stuff like that that just you're better soldiers. I say how and put it to that tablet what was kind of like the key against the soldier. I think something like
Right.
that,
Right.
which wasn't it was a tablet or some kind of piece of the tablet they had
Right.
on the
So, yeah.
yeah it was a tablet or alien thing because they said that alien tablet does have ability to kill Earths, kill people, or just erase their memory and stuff like that, or bring them back.
Right.
Be, because you look at it, just when Master Chief had touched it, he somehow my opinion activated.
Right.
Because they might shoot, do do he got special powers that somebody can tell us about? Be, because last time I checked, I played them games. He didn't. He ain't had no powers. He just that formula inside him, a supernatural formula thing. Unless that alien species is coming from somewhere else or something like that, they could tell me that. Uh, unless he part alien or something like that, what the games didn't explain.
Right. Yeah. Display. Right.
Because
Yeah.
think about it, if he part alien, that will be like a real good explanation. The reason why everybody doesn't want him for his body and DNA. That will
Hmm.
explain there's a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
In my opinion, that will explain a lot. But the thing about it,
Right.
that I'm not sure if this second season just gonna explain that's how Master Chief got his name too. Because last time I
Right.
checked, he wasn't no chief though. He still was a soldier. He still was a soldier inside the thing. He still was a soldier that was inside the military ranks.
Right.
They just say that his name is Master Chief. They didn't show how he got his name.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the bad things I was talking about sometimes during the show. I keep on saying talk on sure you say his name Master Chief, but you not telling us the reason
Yeah.
how he got
The
the name.
origin for.
Yeah, the origin for the name. Because they for me, if they would tell me the origin of the name, I'll be cool with it. I'll be cool with the origin, a little census. If if he got it because somebody died, or should if he move up, they got that name. That jump be good with me
Mhm.
too. Be because think about it. If he move up the soldiers rank, if they call the head of the people, just the head of his squad, a master chief, if
Right.
if that just a squad leader name that he came out with, I'll be glad with that.
Yeah.
Be because the thing about for me right next season, shoot, they need more than one squad of Master Chief.
Right.
I think, in my opinion, to face the aliens, because the aliens won't be coming back all nice.
Right.
And this lady right here on the show is like, shoot, I don't trust her either all the way in the stuff she said. Because the show already showed like, shoot, she have the ability to lie. Because think about it, if she wasn't to lie to kids, come on now, come on.
Yeah.
If we know now if she got ability to lie to kids, that she lying to grown people, man, come on now.
Yeah.
And some of them people online just got excuse or something. She had
Right.
you do not got to lie to kids because that's what the kids gonna grow up and learn the truth anyway. I don't
Right.
get how you just want to tell them right then, like this what he is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
and that's it. Just tell the kids that you train them to be soldiers. That's it.
Yeah.
Because the kids won't grow up and just plus resent you and nothing. Because that's what you can always tell them that you told them the truth and stuff like that. You always told them the truth, and they
Mhm.
can't never lie and say that you didn't tell them
Right.
if you didn't lie to them and stuff like that. Because they my people, if they would, because the thing about me, in my opinion, about the Halo show,
Right.
I get a show a 3 out of 5. That just being the first season and just being like a new original character
Right.
that a streaming service just don't know about. I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Right.
But some people is taking it too far, calling it a bad show. I say,
Rusty.
should we seen worse shows on Disney Plus
Right.
and stuff like that? Because you can't call this the worst show. Because
Yeah.
I saw the whole show and plus shucks man I did my first episode review on Halo on my channel, plus I liked the show, so
Right.
I had liked it, everything like that. But shucks, I probably got to rewatch it and do my reviews of each episode again. But the show is still 3.5 out of 5. It could be better, but the show is not the worst. As people keep on saying. And plus, shoot, I will fight anybody on that if they try to call it the worst show. Because think about if you try to go worst show, it's not worst show. And that one people, in my opinion, fail to realize it's always things in my opinion that a show could do better at. But but the thing is, um just don't like in my opinion, just over criticize
Right.
it.
Right.
Because the show didn't have just what you like
Right.
on it and stuff like that. Be, because the thing about for me, in my opinion, should you might not like the show, but that's what keep your
Opinions.
yeah keep your opinions balanced and
Right.
stuff on the show. Don't try to say that show sucked because you didn't get just what you want from the show.
Yeah, that's your opinion. Just you don't like it, well, I like it. Other people like it first.
Yeah, shoot. Don't try to over criticize it because the stuff is not the same. Like it is up in the comic books. I say everything in the comic books can't be in the show because that's what and you try to put everything that's in the show. The general public would be offended a long time ago. It
Right.
would have been offended a long time ago just about the stuff that's up in the comic books and mangas and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And that what the comic book and manga people just didn't learn is say that if you want the general public to get into it, so you can't put everything in one season. You just can't do it. You probably can try, but you can't do it in one season because should you probably can try and put in 2 seasons or something like that. Two,
Right.
2 or 3 seasons is enough to put some stuff in it. But think about one season, no. That one season to just do origins and just the first enemy
Right.
and stuff like that. But you can't do it in 2 or 3 seasons or stuff like that. In 2 seasons, you
No.
can do it in 2 seasons, but in one
Yeah. Not
season it's
that.
too short.
Yeah. What story of it that will never capture.
Yeah, because you want a good manga, a good show, it take about 2 or 3 seasons just to explain origins most of the time.
Right. The
And
background
that what
story.
people just didn't learn. It based on origins, it take about 2 or 3 seasons to do it. And that was something in my opinion just didn't learn about that. I think in my opinion that something just didn't learn about seasons, mangas and stuff like that. because about the one show, kind of one manga that I like, the one show I like, and this one come on no more Digimon. That's the show I like more than Pokemon and stuff like that. The anime show, the Digimon show, that Digimon show always show good stuff. I think, in my opinion, and that actually was a good one. I think, in my opinion, the Digimon seasons was actually good, and especially the OG Digimon. The OG Digimon actually was good in my opinion. Because like the new Digimon shoot, you could actually like fuse with your Digimon or something like that, which I like.
Right.
And and just for Pokemon, I don't get how Pikachu always get beat just in every new season. He trained for the
Yeah.
longest.
Mm-hmm.
Because, because I keep on saying, I keep on saying, wait a minute now, how your Pikachu keep on getting beat every time as and you not training to
It's
go
the
against
writing.
Nil too?
The writing.
Man, that jump get on my nerves still because they might have Pikachu not training for so long.
Yeah.
He trained for 10 years, and for you telling me that Eevee serving you up, we got an Eevee serving up Pikachu's now that trained for 10 years. I said that jump don't make no sense.
Right.
And some up in the Pokemon where was that it's a new season.
Right.
What
Yeah.
you expect? I said, come on now. Come on now, people, man. We can't lie like this just for the
No.
show. We can't lie for the show for a while. Because right, if that was the game or something like that, Ash, Pikachu in the game just for serve us up. And plus, we all know if we try to bring a level 30 Charizard on to a Pikachu, that's a level 100,
Mm-hmm.
he's serving us up.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, we see in the show that at level 100 Pikachu is getting served up just by Eevee that barely trained for a week. Come on, that just don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And, and kind and kind of like he was still talking some shoot. It's a season. It's a new season for it. I keep
Right.
on saying, wait a minute now. You can tell me a new season, but you can't accept my explanations for stuff. Okay, and that will get on my nerves half of the time. Just by some people, because they got nerve to tell me talk some it's just like a new season. You just gotta accept it. I say, wait a minute.
Right.
That I was saying this up in here just by DC movies is that DC just are trying new stuff and they move with BVS and everything like that. But that's what uh, uh, and what do people say? Source material. You gotta go by source material. You gotta go by logic. That, but
Yeah.
you telling me um that shows I can't use logic time for Pokemon and stuff like that? Come on now, people, man. You can't tell me
Yeah.
logic on one thing, but you won't lose it just for your stuff and stuff like that. I keep on saying, wait a minute. That jump me on my nerves half of the time. That jump me on my nerves, and I'll be mad too. And people like in my opinion, I'm talking about in public sometimes to some of my friends.
Right.
They always tell me talk something. Should you too into the comic book stuff? I say, shoot, I wouldn't be into the comic book stuff if y'all would use your common sense.
Yeah.
Shoot, man, use your common sense about stuff, man. Come on, because we all know it's time for comic book stuff. Hey, y'all be the first one talking some you gotta use your common sense on stuff. I say, wait a
Right.
minute now. Come on now, you can't tell me to use my comic book stuff
No.
because you can't tell me to use my common sense on stuff, everything like that. and
and
you,
everything.
yeah, if you not doing it, do for other stuff yourself. I say, come on now, and plus the main people that be telling me to use my common sense on stuff, these be Marvel people. I say, oh, you try to tell me to go my source material, and for y'all movie Infinity War and Endgame, y'all did even got y'all Adam Warlock, and y'all didn't say
Yeah.
nothing, and y'all don't say nothing about that. I I keep on saying, wait a minute now, because y'all can't tell me nothing. That's my logic about y'all comic book stuff, and y'all didn't say nothing to Marvel. Just when Adam Warlock was in, he wasn't in Infinity War or Endgame.
Yeah.
Be, 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 because y'all start asking about it just with DC people, just start bringing it up and say, y'all movie ain't perfect either. Uh, and they get mad at us. That
Mm.
just for the people who be in the middle. Because I keep on
Yeah.
saying, so, I'm not biased against Marvel and anything
No.
like that, but that's what. Because sure, I still able to call out. I still able to call out the bad stuff that's in Marvel and stuff like that.
Mm.
And and kind of like the one show that I want to look at stuff like that is One Piece. But that One Piece show is long though. God, oh, because think about it, I'm already watching just big old on Naruto and stuff like that,
Right.
and that's a long show. And people tell me One Piece is even longer than that. I say what?
Hmm.
And plus the thing about it, I used to watch One Piece. I was younger, and plus I stopped at episode 200 or something, I think. And put that's what. And somebody telling me that One Piece still is going. I say, man, that Johnny got to be alive. I'll look it up. I say it's over 500 episodes. Because I'm looking at myself. I say, wait a minute, how many arcs did I miss? Because think about shoot, I was watching Power Rangers over that junk too. I say none, man. I read watch Power Rangers. I read about Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh. There's some One
Mm.
Piece because think about it, shoot, the Power Rangers show just were more interesting at the time to me
Right.
growing up. Because shoot, it especially when Tommy came in. I say One Piece. I see y'all later. I was done with
Yeah.
y'all because think about it. If One Piece still was interesting when Tommy wasn't around, I was season 1, 2, and 3. I still wouldn't watching it, but we all know that the Power Ranger franchise
Right.
was actually good at that time,
Yeah.
and my opinion was good. Um, and Marco, shoot, I got
Yeah.
a question. Um,
Yes.
yeah, it just ain't. It just every Power Ranger season supposed to be a big old dimension that shuts
Right.
that had how did Mr. Force cross over with the other season?
Well, which one?
Mr. Force had crossed over with somebody.
No. You mean was a Ranger one?
No, that I think Operation Overdrive had crossover with Adam, Kara, Xander, Tori.
Yeah.
They crossed over, but the thing about it there were separate dimensions that will mean that the morphin grid always was a a portal just
Right.
the other season. And for sure, I'm still trying to because like the Mighty Morphin, the Turbo, the Zeo, and all
Right.
the way to all the way. Let me see. It was Mighty Morphin. I know it was Zeo, Turbo. Shucks, what's the other season?
Yeah.
Shoot. I know Mighty Morphin Turbo Zeo. I know what no. I know in space.
Right.
I know those four is in one dimension
Right.
because just like you look at in space. In space had the Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
and plus in Mighty Morphin they had Mask Rider.
Right.
Because those four got to be in one dimension and, and,
Right.
and, and plus after in space shoot they got to have a separate dimension. There's Malars Galaxy, Wild
Yeah.
Force, Ninja Storm.
Right.
Wait a minute, and that would mean that TJ Cole and plus all the rest of the Rain Rangers just had to travel through a portal
Right.
to
Yeah.
to get to the crossover and to for Red.
Right.
But they never had explained that though in Silent Crossovers until the comic books. And
Yeah.
and and, and but the thing about it, up in the next Power Rangers game, shoot, they need to have in my opinion, shoot, how can I say? They need to have a create your own ranger
Right.
game. Sound like Xenoverse.
Right.
Cause if you're looking at Power Rangers got a whole lot of seasons that you could play in.
Right.
Just do like Xenoverse or Budokai or something like
Right.
that. Just help the Rangers beat enemies. Because that's why you
Right.
look at
Yeah.
comic books. Power Rangers got a whole lot of enemies
Yeah.
because they got that Turbo. They got because they got a whole lot of enemies up in
Right.
Turbo and plus in
Yeah.
Zeo. Because the Zeo Rangers had the Machine King and a lot of people they had to
Yeah.
because they might sound like people probably can hate all they want to, but that's what we
Right.
all know that shoot if it wasn't for Mighty Morphin beating up Lord Zed,
Right.
um how can I say this? In space couldn't do it, and Turbo couldn't do it.
Right.
And and, and somehow in my opinion it sounds like people always disrespect Mighty Morphin Tower. So Mighty Morphin is
Yeah.
the weakest. I say have y'all seen y'all seasons? Have y'all seen y'all
Right.
seasons? Because if y'all
Yeah.
seen y'all seasons, then so that you will know that the Jason character in the '90s could serve all y'all up.
Right.
Because so you look at the Turbo team.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Tommy and Adam, everybody else is just getting beat up.
Right.
Everybody else just getting beat up just by Tommy.
Yeah.
We could look at Tommy was serving up people in Dino Thunder. And he was older,
Yeah.
and him up in the comic books was actually like a regular twist too. To have in the comic books,
Right.
that was a regular twist. I think, in my opinion, to have him as Lord Draken. But the thing is, shoot, I probably wouldn't have had him as Lord Draken. I probably had him as one of the people that can beat Lord Dragon, but I probably had him as evil though. I
Right.
wouldn't do it because that's too easy. That's too easy to
Right.
make him evil and stuff like that. Because he he's the most loved in the comic books.
Right.
Because you look at the Lord Dragon shoot, that wasn't the same Tommy that was in the Mighty Morphin universe anyway.
Right. Yeah.
That was like a different Tommy or some of that who Lord Rita put it under her control or something like that.
He didn't choose to be evil.
Yeah, Because that's a Tommy that had choose to stay evil or something like that because of reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Tommy that's in the prime Earth or something like that, he turned
Just
good.
good. Yeah.
And shoot, that's the Tommy I like right there. It sound like the Tommy that had turned good and stuff like that, which I like.
Yeah.
Be because like staying evil is too easy
Right.
up in the Power Ranger universe. Because you look at it, shoot, the Power Ranger universe Rangers all will always be OP.
Yeah.
Because you look at Trent and most of the Rangers, Trent, the Silver Ranger, that on the big old Hartinian Ranger that was like Speed Rescue, he was
Right.
OP,
Right.
and
Yeah.
Tommy was OP.
Right.
Those those three Rangers was OP, and they could
Right.
kill some
Yeah.
people in Marvel. The on the
Yep.
ground level, the on the ground level heroes that's in Marvel, they would have been dead. That just off the half-team Rangers, they would have been in
Yeah.
Marvel right now.
Yeah.
Tommy, that big old Hartinian Ranger, and Trent,
Mm-hmm.
those three could kill so many ground level heroes in Marvel,
Right.
and Daredevil couldn't even dodge half of them hits. Because if you look at it, on the Ranger ability is speed.
Yeah.
Because like the only ground level hero I probably think of might have a chance is Spider-Man. That's it. Spider-Man is
Yeah.
the only street level hero that got a chance against the Rangers. Because
Yeah.
besides that, nobody else at ground level got it. Uh, uh,
Right.
uh, and plus, Luke Cage, I like him, but that's what the lasers killing him. Because should we all know that the evil Rangers will actually kill him just for lasers. They won't use bullets, and
Right.
that one people, in my opinion, fail to realize about the Rangers is it sounds like Rangers don't really use bullets. They
Right.
use lasers. They use lasers
Leaders.
to beat enemies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. This everybody awesome. Shoot. It can't kill Luke Cage. I say Luke Cage's skin is not laser proof. It's bulletproof,
Yeah.
and that was some people, in my opinion, just need to learn sometime. That that just look, in my opinion, at your at your hero weakness, because your hero weakness is the Ranger strength.
Right.
Because you look at the strength of the Rangers have super strength, speed, durability, just like Luke Cage and stuff like that. And you cannot tell me that the Rangers they got that, that, that the street level heroes they got in Marvel, it just can kill the Rangers. Because the only way to kill the Rangers is just to find them in a human form. Besides that, you can't really beat them.
Right.
But you look at it, even the up in human form, you can't really kill them.
No.
Because you know that they morphing. Once
Yep.
they see you, it's
Mm-hmm.
instant morph,
Yep.
and it kind of like common riders, so you can't really kill them either
No.
in human form because because
Some are one of them God. Some of them are gods. So yeah.
but the only person that can kill a common rider is just another common rider.
Have all
Um,
the powers.
yeah, with powers and stuff like that.
Right.
But like a normal human, sound like a Marvel guy, no, you can't really kill him. Because you look at it, Hawkeye just human, he can't kill nobody.
Yep.
And think about it, half of his arrows can't even damage nobody. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. You can look at it on shoot. Because if you look at it, the only reason why Hawkeye just has survived in the comic books, it just because he hid, just doing the Hawk rampage and stuff like that.
Right.
Then that was some people hate to realize doing that, but shoot, I got on my nerves. And in the Hawkeye character, I like the Hawkeye character and stuff like that. I like him. I like us the hero. But the thing is, look, we need to be fair sometimes to ourselves.
Right.
Because that's what we if we're not fair to the heroes that we like, shoot, man, man, we can't get nowhere. I think, in my opinion, if we not fear everything to our
Right.
heroes and stuff like that we like. Good thing about it, some DC heroes I like. That's what I I still get ability to say is that some Marvel characters still can kill DC characters. I got ability to say that because that's what I'm fair. But the problem come in just when DC street level characters compare to Marvels. The DC street level characters they got extra abilities
Right.
because you look at Batman at the half of the hits and half of the stuff that people just not did to him, and he actually just has survived it. I don't think that some of these that some of these Marvel people, Marvel heroes probably can survive half of them hits.
Right.
Because so you look at Hawk out of comic books, he almost died off with a simple bullet,
Right.
and Batman still was walking around. This was Deathstroke now broke his leg, his arm,
Right.
his
Yeah.
wrist, and Batman still got the next day, and he still was doing it.
Yeah.
So we can't say the same thing about the Marvel characters, man. What they would do, they soft. I hate to say it, that the Marvel characters is soft. Most of the
Yeah.
Marvel street little characters is soft. Y'all can hate me for saying it, but it's true. Because we all know those street level characters is that is that Batman villains could go to New York City right now and take it over.
Right.
Come on now. Especially the Joker. If you bring Joker in it, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Be, because we know Joker figure out that Spider-Man weakness and just his aunt. He figured out who it is. Oh man,
Yeah.
and and plus we know that Joker is bringing Deathstroke with him,
Yep.
and and Deathstroke is a problem just for anybody.
Yep.
Because if you look at Deathstroke was a problem for Flash.
Yep.
He's a powerful Flash, and Flash got a whole lot of powers. Spider Man ain't nothing
Yep.
compared to Flash, and he was talking a whole bunch of junk if he had to.
Yep.
And just knowing Deathstroke, shoot, he might try to kill the ant
Yep.
just to draw him out. It kind of like the other stuff I like dealing with the DC unlike Marvel. It's like
Right.
shoot, I know DC is willing to explain the story of side characters. Just so you look at Marvel, um, Spider Man don't got no side characters help him out. I say, really?
Yeah.
I say that all these years that Spider Man for being Spider Man, you
Right.
telling me he got no side character to help him out? Sound like Robin, sound like Batman even got people he's training
Right.
and stuff like that. And you telling me he got none?
What?
Sure, that's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
Be, because you ever ask yourself if Spider Man get old, who gonna take it for him?
Right.
Because think about it, should we know that if Batman get old, we got Nightwing, we got Red Hood, we got
Right.
Batgirl, we got all these Robins. that all these
Mm-hmm.
Roberts and other heroes which could take over just for Batman and help him out.
Right.
Spider-Man got nobody.
No.
And kind of like the other thing I'm worried about this Marvel Phase 5. Shoot,
Right.
I am worried about, in my opinion, if they gonna tell your story. In my opinion,
Right.
because they might have shoot. I want to know about which characters they're gonna have in each movie and stuff like that. I say, oh shoot, because we all know if they got a bad story coming up, oh man, boy, that's
Yep.
gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody that horror movie can be bad, but the general public news reporters still will try to defend it. I say, what? This like the Ant-Man movie. Because you remember just the early reviews we're reading about Ant-Man and stuff like that,
Right.
and people will keep on saying that the movie was good because I keep on saying somebody lying on this jump. Somebody lying. I keep on saying to myself, I say um why is everybody up this one this one character? I keep on saying what happened to him in the
Yeah.
movie. I watched the
Yeah.
movie.
Barely.
Now it says
Lost.
I know the reason. Yeah, because shoot, I watched the movie. Shoot, I know why now. Shoot, it just happened up just that one man.
Yeah.
Because shoot, if you look at it, shoot, he's the only person that really can disappoint me. Way, man, because shoot, I kept saying, I said, wait a minute, this can't be true. It can't be this one man carried the whole movie. Because I was giving this movie a chance. I said this movie can't be that bad. I watched the movie. Yeah, it's true. He carried that movie. And I was mad, bro. I was mad. I was mad, bro. I found out. I said, wait a minute. You telling me the man carried a whole half of a movie. We got Douglas, we got we got all these actors, and you telling me that he can't carry a movie, that
Yeah.
the Ant-Man, the star of the movie, it can't
Barely
do it.
be in their movie.
And I was mad
And his audience knows right now.
because be, because the movie was named Ant-Man and the Wasp: The Quantum Realm, Quantumania.
Right. Right. Didn't
We
show all of it.
was in the quantum realm. That's what. That's
Right.
what I didn't see, in my opinion, a whole lot of crazy stuff because the
Right.
only see was aliens and one of the ladies that supposed to be the generals down there of the crew of the quantum realm.
Right.
In the comic books, she supposed to be green. They made her human,
Yeah. Yeah.
and and kind of bad thing about that is it sound like he would have read the comic books that he would have known that she was an alien. She wasn't human.
Right. Yeah.
And that's kind of like the bad and good of it. And kind of like you can tell when somebody don't read the source material
Right.
and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
and when you call one of your villains dumb, who you wrote for, that kind of just make me mad.
Yep.
Because you telling me that you don't take your job seriously enough.
Right.
Or sure you don't like your job. Because that's what I just Kevin Feige. I just had called him up. I say, wait a minute now. So you do not call more that no, because that's what it's my name too. It's my name up in here too now. That you trying to make look bad and stuff. Don't do that.
Right. Yeah.
Man, that jump me make me mad. I say, really?
Right.
You call it dumb? You calling me
And
dumb? I said, oh, no. And I said, okay. And kind of the bad thing about it, it sounds like he writing for Kane Dynasty and he writing from other characters. He writing for Namor. He might be writing for Captain Marvel characters. He might be writing for Prototype. I see. He got me messed up a whole lot of origins.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it, if he can mess up MODOK, if he mess up MODOK, it's over. Because like for everybody else fan base who hype for Namor, who hype,
Right.
I feel sorry for
That's them.
yeah, because if you look at you, he about to mess up everybody's origins, and that's what. And when he do it, I got to laugh at everybody who said he wouldn't do it.
Right.
I'm laughing at even our origin story. You know, I told y'all up in here. That's what I made would do it.
Yep.
That's what that everybody thought that Ant-Man was all that. And that's what up in the comment section and YouTube channels, you know what I say? Keep your expectations down. Nobody listen to me though. Nobody listen to me if I said it. That's what you learn the hard way. They had to look at the movie. They had to see that the movie story didn't make sense. And the kind of thing about it that this Ant-Man movie never explained how them ants got that powerful.
Yep.
Because the thing about it, so they keep on saying that they ants evolved. I say it's no kind of ants, in my opinion, that just that evolved. That just that evolved that can beat Kane. That's sad.
Right.
And they kind of the bad thing about it, and people on YouTube and people like on YouTube is making jokes on the jump. I think this some sad jump, bro. This some sad jump. Just from people who not even that under some people who not even fans of the Marvel product could make jokes.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
And that's kind of the bad thing about it, because you look at it right now, shoot, man, they're making all types of jokes. Yep. Because they're making jokes all type of ways on these people. And kind of bad thing about it, so this writer got the nerve to say his movie good. He still got the nerve to say his movie good. And just what he said, he said that his script makes sense. I keep on saying, how do your movie script make sense? How do your movie script make sense and you have an ants beat your main villain? Ants? Come on now. Because we all know in the comic books, it took Reed Richards and everybody else to get there.
Right.
It takes Reed Richards and everybody else to get there. I keep on saying, wait a minute now, man, you cannot be telling me that shoot, it takes all that to get to it.
No.
Because that jump don't make no sense in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because that jump and get on my nerves. I keep on saying, really, people? Really? And these be the main big TikTokers that be like defending this movie. I say, how? Y'all read comic books.
Yeah.
Because like I can look at my head. I say, really? How can you defend this movie just by saying they ants beat this man?
Right.
Because think about it. If I try to go and smile live right now and just try to explain myself as a comic creator, they will keep
Right.
on. They will keep on telling me on reading source material.
Right.
That's what the source material still don't say that my aunt still beat you. You gotta learn to tell me talk some read the source material about it. I say if I do, I gotta be even better about the jump. That's the problem that I have with y'all comic book creators after the time. I like
Right.
y'all, but that's what they don't, in my opinion, tell the truth about the jump. They don't tell the truth
Right.
because if you tell the truth about the quantum realm movie, you got to say that the quantum realm movie just don't make sense.
Yeah.
You can like it or not what I say. You can like it or not. But we all know that on the top of source material, everything like that, at the end of that movie, it did not make sense.
Right.
Y'all can like it or not. If they can like it or not what I say. But this one is true.
Yep. There's no mistake at all.
Be, because that movie, shoot, I give that movie 3 out of 5 stars, just an average movie. And my expectations wasn't even that high for the movie. I'm just expecting
Right.
just an average movie.
Right.
Based on storytelling, it's a 2 out of 5.
Yep.
I'll just give it 3 out of 5 because of Jonathan Majors. Because think about it, if Jonathan Majors wasn't in this movie to push the story along, I wouldn't be mad about the guy.
Yeah.
And that was something we just don't get. Because then if Jonathan Majors wasn't there, and Jonathan Majors wasn't there about the story, man, I wouldn't have gone. I've been would have left that theater. And Jonathan Majors wasn't there.
Right. Yeah.
And that was some people, in my opinion, just don't realize half of the time.
Yep.
Jonathan Majors kept people inside that theaters. And plus, in my opinion, Jonathan Majors being there actually helped me keep the seriousness in the movie because think about it, it was just an Ant-Man there. It had been about all, in my opinion, how can I say this? It's just been like all jokes, and that's why I don't like half of the time them with Marvel. And they had jokes all throughout the movie. I say, wait a minute, now, how could you make jokes inside a realm that you don't even know about? And plus, you telling me that all these people made it, which get on my nerves half of the time because you keep on telling us. This Ant-Man movie supposed to explain the universe. How? Did,
Right.
did
Yeah.
you
That's
feel
pretty
like this
awful.
Ant-Man movie? Did you feel like this movie explained the universe to you, Barcode?
No. Actually, no. Didn't make
And
sense of it.
yeah, and that's my problem because think about Kevin Feige make it seem like it's supposed to explain everything.
It's not really the retcon from this. Like, just like the Endgame
Yeah,
one retcon. So yeah.
yeah, it retconned everything that was good.
First the quantum realm is the time. No. Now it's the time. What? No.
Yeah, because you look at all the stuff that's in it. Oh man, that just need a whole lot of retconning,
Yep.
and that would get on my nerves half the time. I say, God,
Yeah. Again, I heard. Yeah. I agree.
because her Endgame really, if you look at it, this movie hurt Endgame a lot.
Yep.
And based on stuff that happened on this, oh man, that thing hurt Endgame. I say, God, no. and and Loki actually her end game too.
Yeah.
Because shoot, the Loki thing tell us something. It always was predestined for just for Thanos to lose. I said that's not true.
No.
Because if you look at it, Thanos went against destiny and he got the Infinity Stones.
Right.
He actually liked it. I keep
Yeah.
on saying, what? I mean, that make no sense. Because that might, if always predestined just for him to lose, it always been predestined for him to lose, man, that make no difference,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And that kind of like, in my opinion, get me mad.
Yep.
In my opinion, if always was predestined, just for everybody to lose, then that would mean that, in my opinion, that the whole phase 1 and 2 is trash. It always been, if always for him to destiny to use, that make no sense.
Right.
Cause you know what I mean? Because if
Yeah.
always was predestined just for the Avengers to lose, it would make no sense for them to form the Avengers.
Right.
And that would, like, in my opinion, make the Avengers team trash for them not knowing.
Yeah.
And that would get on my nerves half of the time. I keep on saying, wait a minute now. I keep on saying, I said, wait a minute. We got Bruce Banner, got Iron Man, we got Vision. That
Yeah.
is a big old computer.
Right.
And you telling me that he couldn't
Defeat
figure
Thanos.
out that it was a timeline thing, something like that, what was broken,
Yeah.
and he was a machine just for out of time. That make no sense.
Yep.
Because thing about for me, shoot, the for Razor Face 4 and 5 didn't need to say that the Kane character would try to change stuff
The
up in his
timeline.
timeline. Yeah, in
Right.
his
His time
timeline.
frame.
And yeah, and kind of like the consequences will be for, like, different other stuff, in my
Right.
opinion. Because the thing about my opinion is, you cannot be telling me that the other stuff be happening, everything like that, and you can't,
No.
and you can't explain the reason why timeline is suffering. And it's kind of like, for me, shoot, so they need to recast the daughter again, just for like Ant-Man daughter,
Right.
and keep it, and just keep the other girl. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because, in my opinion, the daughter that was in Endgame, I actually like her. She was actually a good one.
Right. Yeah. The timeline for
And kind of
there's
like
not
the
for
and it was a bad decision, I think, in my opinion, to make her the Ant-Man daughter. Because, right, the other girl that was like Ant-Man daughter in this movie, she could have been an agent. She could have been another superhero or something like that
right.
in the movie or something like that. But that's
Right.
what making her Ant-Man daughter. This ain't make no sense, in my opinion. But think about it, it's YouTube and stuff like that is actually like just like defending her. I say, how can you defend that? Because she kind of disrespectful to her father, who did nothing to her but help her.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, shoot, they kind of like that, and kind of like the stuff that Ant-Man trying to help her out of. She the one who caused the jump.
Right.
Because things, because thing about she actually, like, in my opinion, because if you look at because thing about she actually shrank a cop car, which actually against the law to do in the first place. Cause
Right.
I keep on saying to myself, because she kept in jail for a long time,
Yeah.
and plus you telling me that the shooting one right here who just being on disrespectful. I said, come on now, that just don't make no sense.
Yeah.
She should have the last one, in my opinion, just been disrespectful to the father and saw that car ride. She should have been the last one to be there.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, she should be grateful that son of her father came by and got her out of jail.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because anybody and that was Iron Man, shoot, he probably would let her suffer
Yep.
and let her learn. Just like Iron Man just did, the Tom Holland that was his prototype, just
Mm-hmm.
who he saw as the son.
Right.
Because anybody, he told him he had to learn just on his own.
Right.
Because we all know, shoot, if you Iron Man kids and you mess up, shoot, shoot, he gotta make you suffer for that if you
Right.
mess up. In plus, especially in mess up his name, because think about me, in my opinion about that is, so you better not try to mess up Iron Man name, because if you do that, shoot, it's over for you.
Yeah.
And and kind of like for me, in my opinion about that, and it kind of like opinion for me dealing with Iron Man, it's like Iron Man is one of the best MCU characters. Shoot, just what I seen. Shoot, he is one of the best MCU characters, and and sound like in my opinion, it sound like yeah, sound like people probably can hate on Iron Man and stuff like that. But we all know it was for the Iron Man character. Shoot, they wouldn't even try to figure out just how to beat Thanos and Black
Right.
Panther.
Mm-hmm.
And and kind of like the Black Panther movie, shoot, they could have been a lot better.
Right.
And and kind of like the bad thing about the Black Panther movie could have been a lot better, especially the second one. Shoot, because like the second Black Panther movie messed you up. I keep on saying why?
I only
Shoot,
I mean, the story for you.
yeah, me because shoot, the Black Panther movie could have been recast, man. I keep on saying they could have recast that movie. I say, please recast Black Panther. And now we see why we should have recast because guess who's coming now? Doctor Doom. And plus we all know the comic books, it sounds like Doctor Doom hate Wakanda.
Right.
It, because they might Wakanda won't even let them in. They just get the vibranium and stuff like that. I say, come on.
Right.
And that's kind of the bad thing that I don't like half the time that's dealing with the stuff. Because and so I keep saying to myself, I say, why? And kind of like the bad thing in my opinion, which I like, that kind of like stuff I like about it half of the time. The sound like the bad sound good things I like about Wakanda forever. It sounds like the bigger the bigger technology I like. I actually like that part. And it was showing Sherry Smarts, which is actually a good thing in my opinion. And kind of the other thing I did like about it showing like if you show her smarts about it and just show like to T'Challa about the smarts, that actually be a good thing. But it seemed like the movie been about just showing Sherry being better without her earning stuff. and that's the kind of thing that I didn't like about the movie. Because if you look at it, it should have been smarter and kind of like the other stuff I did like about the Wakanda movie. Sound like the it's kind of
Right. Yeah.
it's kind of like the big old technology improvement this show. I actually
Right.
did like that, but 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 the bad thing about it uh, was about the bad storytelling, and that one made it worse. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah. I see it.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because like the bad storytelling made it bad. I say, God, no, I hated that part. Because like the bad storytelling make it all bad. I think, in my opinion, about storytelling, everything else like that. I think without the storytelling part, that's bad. We looking, but the thing is, you can have good special effects, but the thing about it, if the story is bad, it's bad. It's
Yeah.
in terms for a superhero movie.
Right.
And plus the bad thing about it, in my opinion, it sounds like the Black Panther franchise just had the first movie go off.
Right.
They got a first movie just to continue from, and that was the bad thing about it. For me seeing that all these people and stuff like that would keep on saying thought supposed to do this with that and everything else like that. I say, what
Right.
you talking about is Sherry supposed to take over just to be Black Panther? I say no, because that's where you look at the comic books. Sherry didn't really take over just, just from like T'Challa, unless he won the mission
Right.
and stuff like that. Help out the nation or the join of the Avengers. I seen and you just telling me that that you won't bring back T'Challa at all
Right.
and stuff like that. I say, come on now, that just don't make no sense. And that would get on my nerves half the time. I say, wait a minute now. Cause sure, I keep on looking at it. I say, T'Challa wasn't really dead in the comic books. He just was
Nope.
sick.
Yep.
But the problem about Black Panther 2 is something like they brought the real life thing what happened to T'Challa into the movie. I say
Right.
why? I I I keep on saying it to myself that's not even necessary. I think, in my opinion, we because think about it, we already know that's how he died and
Right.
stuff like that in the news because shoot, they were talking about it for about a year. And shoot, we already know that's how the man died and stuff like that. And so you can't be telling me he thought it was he died this way, he died that way and stuff. And I say, we already know that's how the man died.
Right.
Because the family already had known it.
Yeah.
Because because shoot, I keep on talking to myself. I said, wait a minute now. Because think about my opinion about it, it sounds like people didn't like my opinion when I say recast T'Challa.
Right.
They, they, they would keep on thinking that I was being um just not sensitive. But that's what I keep on saying. I was sensitive about the thing. But that's what I keep on saying. Should we still got a franchise to run at the end of the day?
Right.
Because think about shoot, so you might not like it, but that's what we still got a Black Panther franchise to run off. Because shoot, the thing about shoot, so you might not like me just for saying it, but that's what it's true at the end of the day.
Right.
It's true at the end of the day. We still need a new, a big old new
Redo it.
T'Challa. Yeah, just a new big old T'Challa at the end of the day. Because think about it, if we don't get a just a big new T'Challa, that's the end of the day. Shoot, man, Shuri can't handle Doctor Doom.
Nope.
She can't even handle Hulk. I know this. She can't handle Doctor Doom. She can't handle Zemo. She can't handle happy bad guys coming up. She can't even handle the X-Men's half of them. She can't handle Gambit and everybody else like that that's coming. Come on. Because
Yeah.
the thing in my opinion is just song like people like me and you said that we need a new T'Challa. That was feminists coming out talking some so you just don't want a woman in charge. I say, have y'all read the source material? This them. No,
Easily. Yeah. Never read it in a
no.
while.
They were saying no, that I just don't need to. I say,
Need to
and
for
how
for
are you
for it.
arguing with me over something that you don't want to read? Because a Black Panther character, shoot, I actually read about it. I did my research about it and stuff like that. And that's what I already know that the Black Panther never give up his throne.
Right.
Sound like Sherry just went over it for a while, but that just was because, in my opinion, that shoot that just because someone else was there to take over.
Right.
She just was a backup plan. She wasn't a full time plan, and that one people just didn't learn. It sounds like Sherry wasn't really the full time Black Panther. She just been a part time.
Right.
She just been a part time Black Panther and stuff like that. And that was some people just didn't realize about it. And and something that just would think that we hating and stuff like that. I said, I'm not hating.
Just a penny for it. You know?
I'm just telling you the truth just by her character. I'm telling you the truth just by her character and stuff like that. And some of y'all here don't want to hear the truth about the character. Which is my opinion. It was in my opinion that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad about it. They don't want to hear about the character truth. But the thing about it sounds like Sherry wasn't really the full time Black Panther ruler. She just been part of it, but she wasn't full time there though. And the kind of like bad thing about the comic book, sound like Sherry, she was a violent ruler
Right.
in the comic book. She wasn't the how can I say? She wasn't the kind of ruler that was talking about stuff. She would try to kill you. She would try to take over stuff, everything like that. If you made Wakanda mad in the comic books,
Yeah.
because like the Shuri we see in the movies, that's kind of like the dumbed down version of Shuri we see. That's the dumbed down version. That's not the real version of Shuri that we be seeing.
No.
Because think about it, it if the feminists see the real version of Shuri on on the road, I said, oh shoot, that jump would have been it. Half of those feminists wouldn't even be like a fan of Sharon.
Right.
I think my opinion is that shoot man, they won't be a fan of Sherry at least the real version of her in the comic books and stuff like that. Shoot. And that what my opinion just didn't realize about that. It sounds like the Sherry character you see up in the MCU, that is
Way
not the
different.
real Sherry. That is not the real Sherry that we see and stuff like that. And and kind of like shoot did you see that fight in between John Jones and Sergio Gone up in the UFC?
No.
Oh man, shoot man, that Sergio um John Jones won that fight in the first round just by a rare just by a front choke. Because everybody, we all know if that fight would have been standing or stuff like that, is Sugar gone, Sugar gone, the kickboxer that was fighting John Jones in that fight, if he would have kept it standing, he would have a better chance, I think, in my opinion, that he would have trained his wrestling a little bit better. Because think about it, just for that fight, they ended 2 more seconds in the first round. John Jones was training for him hard, it seemed like too. And that was people just didn't realize something like the only person that can beat John Jones was Francis Ngannou. Everybody know it. So Sugar going, I like him, but the thing about it, just until, in my opinion, he's trained his wrestling to be as good at as just as a stand up, it wouldn't have been good. And kind of like for the MCU, how to bring
Yeah.
um
Right. Moon Knight.
how to bring Moon Knight.
Right.
Yeah, because shoot, didn't they bring Moon Knight to the big screen? This character right here, because this Moon Knight is the one I want to see. I think, in my opinion, and it sounds like it. It's my opinion. Um, um,
Are you lying? Okay.
the Chris Rock special.
Right.
It'd be these same actors and comedians and people and stuff like that. They be the same people that be saying to why you bringing up the past, but you doing it inside a Netflix special.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about it. Soon we bring up Chris Rock past and dealing with his divorce and stuff like that. They be the first one to just get mad and stuff like that. And plus, think about his fans be the first one to get mad. Talking why you bringing up the man past? It's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it was a year ago since the slap, and that's what
Right.
he still brought it up. That's what if something happened to me a year ago, I wouldn't even have bring it up in Netflix special or nothing. I wouldn't do the jump
Right.
because that's what this is in between me and Will Smith. It's private.
Right.
Just make sure I don't want you near it. I don't want you near my and that's kind of thing. Shoot, man. Shoot. I don't. I don't like, in my opinion. How can I say this? I I, I don't like people who like to bring up the past if they don't like bringing up the past about this stuff, and that's kind of
Right.
like the bad thing. And that's kind of like, in my opinion, about it. And and kind of like for me, shoot, Chris Rock doing that is like, I didn't have a problem with him bringing up in a joke form, but the thing is, why even bring it up that you wanted to bring it up last year?
Yeah. Why though?
Because it seems like he just brought up just because of the money. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And for the thing about it, shoot, that slap, shoot, I think, in my opinion, shoot, shut. In my opinion, shoot, I think that slap would have been like, in my opinion, what to happen, and he wanted to tell a joke. Because think about it, all jokes is not meant to be told. up in my opinion, all jokes in my opinion is not meant to be told.
Right.
Because like the next show that shoot I might do my free review on is just like The Last of Us that's on HBO Max. Shoot,
Right.
I just might watch the whole series this week
Okay.
and just do my few and just do my full review on it because the thing about the game I never played it, but then I always watched it on YouTube and
Right.
stuff like that, the full game movie and stuff like that. And plus, I actually watch people look at it, and plus, I watch the dialogue and stuff about everything like that. In my opinion, and kind of like in my opinion, shoot, the first episode I saw on HBO Max, The Last of Us, it was good. But the kind of thing about it, it sounds like how couldn't they see it coming? The first episode I seen it when everybody was talking about it and stuff like that. I said humans really was talking in that world.
Right. Yeah.
Because thing about it, shoot, the humans really thought that should have nothing up in there just couldn't happen to them,
Yeah.
and that's the same thing happened to inside the game too. In the first episode, it's vicious, but you can't bring the same Joe in the game inside the show
Yeah.
just for the general public though, because if you do, because then if you do, that might kind of turn off some people. I think sound like for us who watch gaming stuff and everything like that, who games and stuff like that, who watch gaming movies just just for the characters, everything
A
like that.
decent show.
Yeah, we can accept aggressive people. Yeah, that is not us. That's not our problem.
No.
But the thing is, our problem is just try to get it just to the general public for them to accept it.
Right.
And that was something that need to get in our opinion because think about it. Now, on the Last of Us One movie, the Last of Us One game is actually good, but the Last of Us Two do not need to be adapted inside the live action show. So we
Right.
can't do that because the Last of Us Two is actually bad.
Yeah.
And so that's what yeah that's yeah. So I was Warner Brothers. I would just say that Last of Us Two and just like some kind of side story that Joe is not even a part of. Something else happened over there. That's just a side story over there. Everything like that. And the Last of Us Two,
Right.
and just make their own original story up. Because thing was, the Last of Us Two just broke the fan base.
Yeah.
You could look at it, the Last of Us Two. It sounds like Episode 8 in Star Wars. And kind of like the bad thing about it, the storyline in Last of Us 2 don't even sound right either. And this how Joel got killed because they might you look at the game and stuff like that. Should we know that Joel wouldn't even just trust nobody?
Right.
A whole group of people in the room. He's not gonna trust Ellie up in the room by herself. That's a
Mm.
whole group of people that she don't know. Cause think about it, shoot, he would have tell Ellie to stay outside and just tell the group of people to come outside in peace. Because think about it, Joe, in my opinion, would have been thinking about Ellie safety.
Right.
Because think about it, when you think about child safety, shoot, man, you're not telling no child to stay up in a room just with a whole group of people when men and ladies has grown by themselves. No,
Oh.
because think about shoot, there wasn't even kids inside that room. There was grown people,
Right.
and it's kind of like thing, in my opinion, which I don't like. How can the people, in my opinion, actually defend that game. I say, really? How can you defend that game?
Yeah,
Be,
how though?
because you can't because you can't defend a game that have Joe not acting like Joe. Because think about it, should we know Joe will always ask for help before he come inside somebody else's territory,
Right.
everything like that. That beside his brother, he would have had two other people with him. Come on now.
Very nice cat there,
And
yeah.
for the last one too, it just had him, so his brother just with the gun down. I say that jump wouldn't happen because think about shoot, Joe would at least have his pistol on him, just getting ready. Just
Right.
because thing about because the fireflies, I think some of that that's going after her because of her blood, the
Mm-hmm.
cure thing or something like that. And Joel wouldn't trust nobody with Ellie in her room unless Ellie had known. Joel wouldn't trust her because if Ellie
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know, Joel probably would make him freeze right there and just make him sick. And the reason why they're there. And putting the last of us too, shoot, Joel wasn't even asking questions. There's like people that's inside the room. I say, this is not Joe because
Nice
because
cat there.
we all know that Joe like to ask questions and
Yep.
stuff like that. If he don't know you, he asks questions or so he how you look because that's what. If you look at that scene and just how people was acting in that room, I wouldn't even that walk in. Because the
Right.
moment that I look at that room and everybody was looking at me all strange, I said, nope, I'm gone. I'll see y'all later. I'll
Yeah.
go to the next town. That would have been me. And that what Ellie just when it came to because shoot that because that didn't Ellie was trying to find Diana or one of Jesse I think or something like that
Something like that,
to
yeah.
meet them there. I think it was one of them. They said that Ellie was trying to meet somebody at a place, but the problem was that one of the people just intercepting the message tricked Joe, tell Joe to go there with Ellie. No.
Right.
Wait a minute. It wasn't Joe they tricked. It was Ellie they tricked to go there,
Yeah.
and Joe just went there to help her. But the problem is, in my opinion, son, that's not Ellie either. Because if you know Ellie,
Now it's him cat there. Well, asking
yeah,
questions.
yeah, because she would ask questions, say, who sent you who sent you that message? Because that's what it then it said Jesse, Diana, or somebody that worked for the Fireflies that was her friend at the time. She wouldn't have went,
Right.
and kind of like the people that killed Joe or something like that, they killed Joe for no reason. Because look at it, the doctors was trying to kill Ellie on the table because some cure. I say, wait a minute now, let's get some blood and stuff like that from her, and you could have got it right there, the cure right there,
Right.
just by blood. Yeah, I just don't get how a doctor just needs to split your head open just to find a cure, which is stupid.
Right.
Because if you look at it, the people were zombies.
Yep.
They still had skin on them. They still had skin on them where you still can sprinkle them with some kind of
Right.
pheromone and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and and change them back human. Why would you
Mm-hmm.
need to kill them? Which don't make no sense
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I agree on that, yeah.
And kind of like the bad part about that, which I don't like, which I don't like in my opinion, and stuff like that, which I don't like. But lesser franchise, it's something like
Right.
the company
Mm-hmm.
Sony should have checked on that story. I think in my opinion,
Right.
because that's the company shoot. You should think
Yeah.
it if the first one was actually good, what would make you that the second one,
Right.
that the second one actually be bad and stuff like that?
Right.
Yeah, because think about it. Sony trusts too much. Sony had trust Neil Druckmann too much. Just to study them as a company, checking behind them.
Right.
Because because should the thing about me, in my opinion, and that was my company, and
If I say,
plus the first game I saw that was game of the year, I there and see if he being dumb and stupid, and and for them to call me, it, it say if they need any changes, and just the last those two games that we saw, if I was that company head, I would say change the whole story.
right.
Because the thing about for me that once you tell me that Joel is dying in the first hour, Shay, you done.
Yeah.
Shay, you done. Shay, you done.
Right.
Because Shay, you not gonna tell me that that one of my best characters is dying in the first hour. Shoot, he not dying at all. Because shoot, you might not like it. If you don't like it, get off the game story, and that's what I would find somebody else that want to do it and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was the thing about me, in my opinion, stuff like that it sounds like if you didn't like the first game story, that's what get off the project and just let somebody else that actually like it
Right.
get on it and actually write you a story. And kind of like and did you hear about the Captain Marvel drama?
Oh no, I've not heard it.
Uh, some people are saying that Brie Larson and some of the people is not getting along in the project, and plus I keep on saying to us, so that's part of the reason why they're pushing back the movie. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because then it just if the co-stars is not really getting along,
Then no
that's
movie to shoot. Right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and that mean the movie gonna be bad. And they kind of like the bad thing they say they got. I I think, in my opinion, shoot, um, shit, the first Captain Marvel was bad,
Yeah.
but it made a lot of movie, a lot of money for some reason, just because it was in between Infinity War and Endgame. That's the only reason why I
Right.
made that money.
Yeah.
And it kind of like the bad thing. The Russo brothers did Captain Marvel better than her own movie.
Right.
And that's kind of the bad thing, in my opinion, is something like
Yeah.
you telling me that a 10-minute in Endgame did better than your whole movie character air arc. I say that's sad.
Yeah.
Because that's what, if you look at Endgame on Captain Marvel co- compared to a movie, I like the Endgame on Captain Marvel better than her own movie origins and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
Wait a minute, kind of like the bad thing sound like where's Marvel in all this timeline ranking and stuff like that.
Really don't know. For
Because think about it, if they got origins and stuff like that based on different variants of each character, where is Marvel?
really don't know. For
Because like the bad thing about it, it sound like her own movie even
the
don't
sense.
even acknowledge that on that Marvel trainer.
Yeah.
And kind of like the Inhumans. Shoot, because I'm still trying to figure out if Jonathan Major's character Kane is gonna be behind the big old secret invasions.
Right.
Since we know that Jonathan Majors is sound like a bit bad just for
Right.
Phase 5 and stuff like that. Shoot, he might be behind Secret Invasions. He might be behind the reason why X-Men's come, and plus the Inhumans, just on
Right.
different timelines because everybody that and plus like the Doctor Doom and Doctor Doom and Kane might be working together. I think at some point
Right. Yeah.
up in Phase 5 and stuff like that. But the only thing I'm worried about this Phase 5 for in the new shows is the writing. I'm worried about the writing and plus the directing
Right.
because everybody because they because everybody if those writing and writing like
Right.
the thing about it, it's like a,
Right.
a, a thing I feel to man replace Ant-Man. Just
Right. Right. Yeah.
me, because you see it like in Quantum Realm, like
Yeah.
because
I've done it.
because
Yes.
anybody that throughout the whole movie, she never that she can actually grow big throughout the whole movie,
Right.
and that's kind of like uh, the the bad thing and stuff like that,
Right.
and and that's kind of like the bad thing in my opinion, and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and kind of like that and kind of like the bad thing that I like about it, um. It kind of like the only good thing come out of Phase 5 is Blade.
Yeah.
The thing about being Blade and stuff like that, I'm
Right.
just hope Blade's rated R and Deadpool. Blade and
Right.
Deadpool is something like the only two things I'm excited for, and plus for Daredevil, Daredevil Morgan. Those are the only three things I'm excited for. After that,
Right.
I'm not. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, if they actually have like some good stuff coming out,
Right.
um, it's Captain Marvel and Marvel's end up being a good movie. I would actually say
Right.
if it's a good movie. If it's not a good movie, I would still say it's not a good movie. It's like I did for the Ant-Man movie review and stuff like that.
Right.
Because the thing about for me, it sounds on shoot. I'm not like a movie critic that will lie just to lie and say if a movie good and plus shoot I know in my head it's actually a bad movie and stuff like
Right.
that. And for my sons come back and ask me in the comment section on why you say the movie good, and because I look at it for myself, it is that story that makes sense. Then shoot, then your subs and stuff like it's not your attrition for like movie stuff, everything like that.
Right.
And kind of like for me, sure, I'm kind of like a fair person. That's just me. I'm
Right.
more fair than most people. That's online because that's a shoot. I'm not gonna hate on it just because it's cool. Because that's what I'm not gonna give it unwanted praise. It just the movie just don't deserve it. I think, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Right.
And they kind of like the next system that shoot man because shoot the hardest system to find is kind of the PlayStation 5 and plus the new Xbox.
Right.
Those the hardest systems to find. The physical one, the on the digital one easy to find because that's a
Right.
I just don't
Easy
want
to
the
get.
digital. I want the physical one when I just get the big black one and so you put the DVD still in it like in
Right.
HD. I want that one because like the digital Xbox don't got as much space as the other one do. Because the digital Xbox just has much just as much space as the bigger one did. I just would have got it,
Right.
but it don't because like the digital Xbox is for like kids and stuff like that. If you got small kids stuff in the house, that's for them. But
Right.
like for like the big one, the big one for adults who want to download Netflix, who want to download games,
Right.
free games, everything like Madden, everything like that. Those games up in there just going to require space,
Right.
and but the digital one don't got enough space, and kind of like the gamers I don't like is the PC gamers. Some of them PC gamers brag too much towards something.
Right.
We
Yeah.
can always add more. We can always add more space. I say, um, I like PC, and plus, shoot, I like playing on my laptop sometimes. That's what you don't see me bragging about it because I got one, and that's the thing I don't like half the time about PC people. They always brag about everything they got, and some like the biggest gamers sometimes I think brag too much about this setup too. The gamers that be coming up, you are saying why you brag about everything you got? Because that just don't make no sense after the time anyway. I was telling you, Brad, you got this set up, you got that set up. I said, come on now. But we already know about what kind of setup you got. Because that's what we can always look up just by the brand of computer you got. And but a setup would come out like that anyway.
Right.
Because think about it, because shoot, because I already done start buying my PC setup equipment because shoot, I already got the keyboard with the mouse. I just need the monitor screens and stuff like that
Right.
to be able to set it up to be able to play some games on it, everything like that.
Right.
Be because like the one sus try to find it's the Xbox system. That's the one I
Right.
try to find because think about it. Should I find a new Xbox? Something that I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I'm getting it that day if I find it because I try to find GameStop, all two GameStops I got in my time. I try to find it there. They don't got the original. They just got the digital. I say, God, no. And plus the games be sold out half of the time. And
Yeah.
some like the Harry Potter games be sold out. I say, God, no, should that game sold out too? Uh, uh, because everybody who got the Harry Potter game, they say it's good. Cause shoot,
Right.
I should just show. I seen online how people walking and playing it. Man, that junk look good too. That Harry Potter game look
Yeah.
good. Shoot. Which house are you? The up in the Harry Potter game.
I haven't
Up in
played it.
no 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 no. I'm talking the movie. Which
I
house would you choose?
I haven't seen all the Harry Potter movies, so yeah.
Because of four houses. That's in Harry Potter is Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor. The one with Harry Potter was in.
Um, is Gryffindor?
Yeah. Gryffindor's a house. Hufflepuff, Slytherin, the one the evil ones, and Ravenclaw.
Gryffindor.
Um, because my house is Hufflepuff.
Oh.
Because like shoot, because next shoot, I probably gotta test myself and just see. which animal patronum I am
Right.
and house I am too next stream. Because they might shoot, I might not be even Hufflepuff based on the stuff I be liking.
Okay.
Everything like that stream and fun and fun. Barco, do you got anything coming up?
No, I don't actually.
Okay. Because like shoot, because Phantom come on stream just for him to promote his stuff if he could, if he wanted to,
Yeah.
everything like that.
Right.
And I'm back on YouTube and Twitch. I'll see y'all later and see y'all next stream.
So yeah.